Yes, friends, we'll start now. So, what's our requirement? You remember everyone? The starting of our course, we installed two servers, two green boxes, one yellow box. You remember everyone? Two green boxes, one yellow box. This is optional. The second green box connection from the left yellow box is optional because anyway we are going to connect from the first green box, right? This is completely optional. Let's have the yellow box to first green box. Here it is. Starting up our course, our demo class notes. Yellow to first green and yellow to second green. You remember now? Yellow to first green, yellow to second green. Now what we do? Once we establish connection, then let's create database one flight table, database two reservation tables. In the first server, I'll connect to the first server and create database called db1, table called flight table. Remember joins concept earlier, flight reservations. You remember that? Flight reservations, joins example. Right click second server, new query. In the second query, what we do? Reservation table. These are the tables we learnt in the joins concept, chapter number 7. Now, first server has flight table, second server has reservation table. What we did so far? Install SQL Server 2 times, first time, second time, then launch the tool, connect to both servers. This is optional because anyway we are going to connect from the first server itself. Just make sure it is installed. Now connect to the database, flight table, reservation table ready. Requirement: how to access second table data from first, means second table data from first server, first database. We need to get the complete name of the second server. Right click second server, new query. Right click second server, new query. Type there, select at server name. Type at server name. Copy the server name. Select at server name, copy the server name to the output. Say in this case, you have the server name. Now go to first server, expand server, right click object, right click server objects folder, new linked server. Go to first server, server objects, right click new linked server. You'll do it after the class. I'll stay back after the class. You'll do it carefully. Right click new linked server, provide the server name. Which server name? Whatever name you report or retrieve from the server at server name, that server you have to provide, that name you have to provide. You remember installation notes, server name equal to computer name backslash instance name. Others who are not responding, for them, long ago, before last week, installation notes, you see server name equal to computer name backslash instance name. That server name format we are using here. Computer name backslash instance name. Same information you supply. Here it is. Server name equal to A/B. Complete server name you get here in the output of the query. Give it. Security, logins, current security context. Go to server options, data access true, RPC to true, remote procedure call to true. Data access true, remote procedure call to true. What is this? Yes, these flags once we set, even RPC out should be true. 3 flags should be set to true for remote access. One for remote reads, remote procedure call for remote reads, and RPC out for remote writes. I mean, from first server, we will be able to connect and operate on the second server. Read operations RPC, read write operations RPC out. If RPC is set to true, from first server, we can read second server data. RPC out to true, meaning from first server, we can insert or update or delete the other data. I mean the second server data. Click OK. One more thing. Server options, make sure everything is true. I repeat once again, right click, linked server, select SQL server, whatever server you extracted from the previous query, added server name, this query. Give that server name here, complete server name, no space. Third option means Windows authentication. Server option, data access true, RPC true, out to true. Once you supply all this content, next click OK. And one more thing, once you click OK, before we implement remote joins, test the query, test remote query. Right click first server, new query, paste the below script. This one, SQL School server 2 is there, right? This one. So select star from server name dot database name dot next schema name dot. Do you remember this format? Server database table schema table. Do you remember that? Chapter number 5 schemas concept. Remember now, server has database, database has schema, schema has table. Remember this please everyone. Chapter 5, the same concept.
Yes, sir.
Yes, server dot database dot schema dot table. Server dot database dot schema dot table. We know default schema is DBO. So copy and go to the first server and run it first. Why square brackets here? Come on, why to use square brackets? When to use square brackets? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes, please.
A space and symbols.
Exactly. Chapter number 4, space symbols. Whenever the column has space or special character symbols, we make use of this special characters. Okay, next. Where is our table here? First table. DB1, right? Isn't it? Getting it everyone, please. Database 1, right?
Yes, sir.
DB1. This what's the table name? Flight table.
Flight.
Join. Second table. On. F dot craft code equal to R dot. Here it is. R dot.
Reservation.
Exactly. Reservation dot. In second table, columns craft underscore code. Craft underscore code like this. Just ignore the red underlines. Flight table in server 1. Reservation table in server 2. Join. We get the data side by side. Remember, we are connected to first server only. Joining the content of second server. View name. Where is this view getting created? In the first server. So from one server, we can access the data of seconds. This concept is called remote joins. Okay, concept is called remote joins. Remember. So what are the steps now? Firstly, install two servers, server 1, server 2. Connect. Then first server, first database, one table. Second server, second database, another table. From first server, we need to access data of second server. We need to access the data of second server. So first get the server name, then go to server objects, new linked server. See here once again, go to first server, server objects, new linked server. Provide that server name, security, third option, server options, RPC true, out to true, data access to true. With this information, we learned how to perform remote join and execute the query. So this way you'll do the concept of joining two different tables, two different servers. Let's go for questions before you'll implement this item in your computers right now. In next few minutes, you'll start the practice. Yes, friends, anyone, any questions, let me know, please. I'll wait.